Loose change for getting down. It's Friday and I'm on fire, and I know that I'll break your heart, and I'm sorry, I'm just so tired. These cars are just it, so won't you come?
Suzanne's Paparazzi Jewelry, 24/7 shopping available. 160920 is the code. Show her some love, like she showed us. K&A Custom Crafts on Facebook.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Coast to Coast Entertainment Network. I am Ace, and of course, tonight you're watching another episode of Between the Ropes. Let me introduce to you the people that we have with us tonight. That's right. The face that runs this place is back, and he goes by Ace. But anyways, let's go ahead and introduce you to the group we have tonight. We'll start out with none other than who we call Chris P. Bacon. How are you doing tonight, my man?
I'm doing good. How's everybody doing tonight?
You know what? Cannot complain at all. And then, of course, he's back again. The Sarge is back.
Yay.
Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? All right, Sarge, how's it going tonight, my man?
It's doing great. And with all this cowboy talk I'm hearing on a certain group chat, me and Crispy Bacon are going to go at it in the ring.
Let's get ready to rumble.
We're going to do a house match, no holds barred.
No DQ.
All right, and then, of course, welcome in Christy Wilson. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good.
All right, looks like you're doing fantastic yourself. So as we know, every Sunday night on Between the Ropes, the one thing that we do is, we always break down Raw, we always break down SmackDown. We bring you as much entertainment as we possibly can. I know I was not able to come on here for day one for the recap of that as I was on my vacation. But I'll tell you what, I'm so pumped right now because my man, the Beast is champion, and I'm so freaking excited that the Beast is champion. Acknowledge Brock Lesnar. Acknowledge it.
I was going to say,
acknowledge Brock.
Acknowledging?
Yeah, you're acknowledging Brock Lesnar because that's technically how it should.
But I thought we were doing that to Roman Reigns.
No, you don't acknowledge Roman Reigns anymore. No. You know why? You acknowledge Brock now. Because after a while, it's going to be Brock 2 belts pretty soon.
That's true.
It's going to happen.
Because it's coming. Oh, yeah, it's coming. It's going to be Brock 2 belts. And I'll tell you what, I cannot wait for it to happen. It's going to be freaking fantastic when it's Brock 2 belts. But
yes,
you know what? Until we don't need to go into breaking down the whole thing or whatever. To be perfectly honest, there was a few things that I wanted to touch on, kind of before we got started with that. With the main thing being, let's see what happened. Oh, look at that, and it's officially over. So anyway,
that's why I went.
yeah,
it's officially over. Anyway, so going into that. I just want to start out with a little bit of Monday Night Raw and talk about some things that we saw on Monday Night Raw that you may or may not know or that you've heard. So think about Carmella for a second with, Mella is money, right? So there's a lot
for this.
Huh?
Where's mess around Dave for this? Because
right, I know.
Mella's his girl.
But there's actually a lot of speculation right now going around that Carmella is actually working injured. I don't know 100% if that is actually accurate, but I know that that's kind of been going around.
Yeah.
That she has been. But I can't answer that. However, however, was Zelina Vega and Carmella being tag champs.
Yep.
I'm digging it right now because I don't know what other way that they're gonna go. But Sarge, have you heard anything about Carmelo being injured and wrestling injured?
I just heard what you heard. That she's injured, but they're trying to push a storyline while she's injured like that. But I didn't understand her outfit on this Monday Night Raw. It looks like a dominatrix to me from my standpoint. But other than that, I heard the same thing that you heard.
She's always had that. She's always had that outfit though. If you think about it,
Well,
she's always had
There's
the
different
mask.
variations of it.
Yeah, this is
What?
a weird one. It's like cross.
So you're not really digging this whole outfit vibe with
Oh
what
my
Carmella's wearing right now.
No, it's like something I've seen through my nightmares.
some through your nightmare. But
Oh my
speaking of outfits that they're currently wearing, think about this because I know that I was talking about Brock Lesnar before. So just think about this. Do you like this current Brock Lesnar or do you like one of his older styles? Because I'll tell you what, I'm really digging this whole like farmer Brock Lesnar thing with the ponytail in the back and the whole beard thing going on. And I'm really digging this. This is like one of my favorite Brock Lesnar's out there.
It's growing on
I
me.
don't know if I like the outfit, but I just like his character change where he's
Yeah,
speaking
character's
more.
better.
Yeah, because this is currently showing that he may not need a Paul Heyman right now. That's something that we're actually starting to notice is that he may not need one.
No.
And you're seeing that now because I feel like, and welcome in Mess Around Dave. He's here.
Hey.
So Mess Around, let me ask you this. We're talking about the Beast Brock Lesnar, right? So let me ask you this. Do you like this character of Brock Lesnar the best?
Oh, yeah. By far and away, it's the best character Brock's ever had.
Oh yeah,
Got-
it is.
You hear him talk.
Johnny
He's
Bravo.
pretty good.
Mess around is messing around. There you go. That's right. No, I think we all agree, though. Like, for me, I've always been a Brock Lesnar fan. This guy's the man, especially with this one. Now, the one thing I will talk about with this and kind of all touch on this one is think about this. So at the end of Monday Night Raw, we had that fatal four-way that we saw.
Yeah.
We're finally seeing the Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar that
Yes.
people been talking about forever.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
I know Mess Around and I have been saying, you know what, where's this been? Because everybody's always been wanting Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley. It's always been such a big thing that people have been talking about. But it's going to be interesting to see because of the whole, you know, Roman Reigns catching COVID, then had to back out of the main event at day one, and then Brock Lesnar winning this belt. It's going to kind of be interesting to see if you know, Brock is going to win both belts, or if it's going to kind of be where Lashley's going to take it off of Brock, and then Brock ends up going up against Roman Reigns and winning the belt from Roman Reigns at Mania. At this point in time, I could kind of see it going either way, personally. Mess Around, I'll start out with you. Where do you see this whole rivalry going?
Honestly, I don't think they want to do the whole unification thing. They've done it before in the past. I think they want to keep both belts separate on each brand. So I think you're going to see Lashley beat Lesnar with possibly Heyman costing Lesnar in the match and going back to his tribal chief, and then setting up Lesnar versus Reigns at Mania.
I think it's going to be like a Becky Lynch kind of thing.
Yeah.
Where it's going to be like whoever wins gets both belts.
I think
That's
so.
what I think. It's not really unification, but it's a winner-take-all situation.
Yeah, but are you talking about the Rumble, or are you just are you talking
Mania.
WrestleMania.
about Mania? Yeah, because I'll tell you, Lesnar versus Lashley, and then we already saw that it was going to be Roman versus Seth freaking Rollins, which is really it's interesting though when you think about it, because I thought because of Seth Rollins being on Monday Night Raw, I kind of thought it was interesting how they actually ended up taking Seth Rollins and putting him in that rivalry with Roman Reigns again. But maybe that's because they're looking at the SmackDown roster and thinking maybe there's really not anybody here right now that could do this.
Because you got Drew McIntyre, they have some rumor going around. He may need to undergo some neck surgery. Or
Yeah, Drew McIntyre is going to be out for a while.
I personally want to see that feud, Drew versus Roman.
Well, that was supposed to be the feud. That was originally the plan. Was supposed to be Drew versus Roman Reigns. It was supposed to happen, and then kind of got backed off a little bit because of the simple fact that Drew got hurt, and now he's going to be out for a while.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins was supposed to win that fatal 4-way that turned into a 5-way match.
And now we have Sarge, who's sitting there in the corner. He's being all really, really quiet. He hasn't really said much input yet. So, Sarge, you got to put in a little bit of input there, man.
I was kind of thinking, then Chrissy's going there saying, just bring it, going like this.
Bring it.
I mean, like, I enjoy this new Brock Lesnar. It reminds me of back when Daniel Bryan was in his Earth Champion or the Planet Champion and so forth. I liked it.
I did not like that. I did not.
It doesn't
like
matter
that.
what you
I
think.
didn't
So
like it.
it matters what I think. That's how we go on this show.
But it doesn't matter what you like.
But I don't know if I could go behind, like, if Drew McIntyre is going to be out, like, that sucks because he does draw crowds in that. But I don't think I could stand another Drew McIntyre being shoved down our throats like how it was when he was champion. But like, what happened to the what you call it? The rematch clause. Whatever happened to the rematch clause?
They took it out in 2006. When they moved. Yeah.
I mean, what? Because I really don't know if Big E should have lost the title. I think
I don't think he should have.
I think he should have kept it for like at least till Rumble.
Yeah.
The thing is though, is that originally, especially at day one, Brock Lesnar would never have won that title. It would have stayed on Big E, but they had to do something because Reigns got pulled, and so they wanted to kind of build it up a little bit more, and they figured, what's the better way of building it up than putting the WWE title on Brock Lesnar and then potentially having, Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns and a champion versus champion match. What's going to be better than that? Or just like we're talking about now, giving the Brock versus Lashley match that everybody wants. Mess around, you're shaking your head no. So go ahead.
It's not a unification
I don't like
match.
the whole Brock, the title for title thing. They shouldn't even put Brock in the fatal 5-way. They should have made it. They should have kept it the original match and let Reigns and Lesnar do their thing when he recovered from COVID.
Yeah, but they
would
would.
Dragon Viper get here.
All right.
The
thing is, though, mess around, Dave.
Doing nothing.
And welcome in Amy, because she's saying, "Hey guys, I hope one of these days I'll come on since I get off at 2:00." So maybe she will one of these days. You never know. Maybe she'll jump on here. But mess around. They had to do something with Brock, and the reason I'm saying that is because people were expecting Brock to be there. We talked about this. Brock sells tickets. So if people know that Brock's going to be there, they want to see Brock wrestle. And so everybody knew that, Lesnar was there. And so WWE's like, we have to do something with Lesnar.
Tell him come out, cut a promo saying Reigns is so scared of me, he got COVID, stay away from me.
Yeah, but they were expecting Lesnar to be in the ring. I think that's the biggest thing. So WWE's like, we have to do something because Lesnar's here and he's scheduled to wrestle and people want to see him. And it's about taking chances. And I think that the way they did it though is okay because you're going to see Lesnar versus Lashley, what people wanted.
Well, you're right. I do want to see that match, but I think they could have waited until Mania to do it.
Because
I don't think that would be a big of a match though for me.
Because I'm with Johnny Bravo. Mess around versus Lashley is money.
I don't want no part of that Hurt Lock, brother.
Right?
I'm pulling a KO and I'm tapped out when he gets half of that hurt lock on me.
So how about this though? Did this also kind of throw you off though too? On Monday Night Raw with Doudrop. You know, when Doudrop came out and talked about, you know, Liv Morgan is always getting a shot and Bianca Belair is getting a shot, and they set it up next week to where you're going to have that triple threat match, you know, between them to see who gets a shot at Becky Lynch. So Christy Wilson, I'll start out with you. Did this kind of surprise you that they set up a triple threat?
Yeah, it did, because it was unexpected. I wasn't expecting like Doudrop to come in there and be like, I demand an opportunity.
I demand.
She said it herself. I demand an opportunity.
All right, Sarge.
I can't do it in her accent though.
No, it's hard to do that accent, but
yeah, it's Scottish accent.
But I figured that they were going to end up doing something like that, even though I'm kind of disappointed that they did not put the belt on Liv. That's the one thing that I was kind of disappointed about. I know Messeround's like, boo, he's already putting this down now. So, Sarge, what was your thoughts on the way that they set up this triple threat match for next week?
I don't know. I mean, Liv Morgan should have that belt, because you could tell at the very end of day one that there was there was something that was off at the end of the match, and like the referee kind of like stopped and Liv Morgan kind of stopped, and you know, something was off. I think Liv Morgan would have been champ today if it wasn't for that weird thing that was happening. But you know what? I think Alexa Bliss is going to come back really soon to make it into a fatal 4-way. Let's make it like that.
I heard she was supposed to come back on Monday. But Sarge, what you're talking about with the whole Liv Morgan thing at day one was the botch. The what happened was that Liv lost clean when in the end it was supposed to be Becky Lynch putting her foot on the ropes to beat Liv by cheating. It was not supposed to be a clean win. And so that's what happened. So that's why. So that's the botch that actually happened. Liv was supposed to lose that match, but she was supposed to lose it by Becky Lynch cheating. So that way Liv could actually come out and be like, "You had to cheat again in order to beat me." And that's how that whole thing was supposed to go down.
It's a conspiracy.
I said that too. I said that I noticed that she blotched that at the end. I knew she was supposed to put her foot on the rope, and I said that during our little last week's show. Like, she's totally screwed up at the end. I figured she was supposed to get a rope on there. But Doudrop saying that Liv Morgan always gets a shot? Not true. How many shots have you had? One?
Well, two? No, this is her second, because she had one on that Monday Night Raw show, and then she had one at...
Yeah, but she's not always getting a shot like Doudrop says. Bianca Belair, yeah, kind of, but...
She should have mentioned Charlotte Flair, because she's always... like somewhere in the championship run.
That's the one.
Yeah, it's always near a championship. Always.
Yep.
You know why? Because she's the queen.
She's the queen.
Don't say it.
And she's the opportunity.
Yeah.
You
I
son
prefer
of a
her as
bitch.
the queen, so there you go.
So we'll touch on what I thought is going to be kind of cool too. I like the way that this whole thing set up. Sarge, I'll start out with you on this one. Your thoughts on the way how this match with Edge and the Glamazon Beth Phoenix was set up to go up against the Miz and Maurice. I think this is setting up to be great. Sarge, what do you think about this?
I'm not a big fan of those type of matches, like when you got power couple versus power couple, because I think John Cena and Nikki Bella kind of put a very bad taste in my mouth during WrestleMania. Right. But
will you marry me?
I know, like, because I'm expecting like a Beth Phoenix blonde coming out, like muscular and all that stuff. No, what we got was she has like a mohawk going on type scenario. But I think it's going to be good, because I just think it's going to be good. So,
welcome in William Hudson. He's saying, "Where's Big B?" Big B is not here right now. I thought he was going to be on, but he has not shown up yet. I'm sure he will. He wants to make a late entrance, and I guess he wants to make a fashionably late entrance. And yes, Will, everyone tonight's doing fantastic. Mess around. What is your thoughts on the current power couple storyline they have going on? You don't like it either?
He's like, who cares?
No, it's played out. They did, like Sarge said, they did it with Cena and Nikki. It's Yeah. And what is going on with her hair? Somebody get that woman a hairstylist.
Jeez.
That's funky.
You talking about Beth Phoenix?
Yes, they need to fix. She needs to fix her hair. It's just weird.
Hey, Beth Phoenix, never forget the Glamazon.
Never.
Well, how can you forget this
Beth
one?
Phoenix. You'll never forget this
Or
one.
we'll never forget.
We'll never forget. Chris, what's your thoughts?
So it's going to be a mixed tag match?
Yeah, it's going to be
I
a
didn't
mixed
see
tag
that.
match. Yeah,
Okay.
it'll be a mixed tag match. It'll be Edge and Beth Phoenix versus The Miz and Maurice.
I think it's going to be interesting the way that the storyline's been playing out. I guess it's been interesting, but yeah, we've seen it before, but maybe this one will be, different than the others. I don't know.
Well, there's not really too much other ways you can go with it. The only really other way you could go with it is kind of throw like a little wrench in the system here, because you know how before they acted like, Maurice was going to turn on The Miz. Well, they could actually throw like a little thing in the storyline here to where Maurice actually turns on The Miz. That would kind of throw.
Well, she didn't look happy that he accepted the match. She walked out. So
Well,
Yeah, so-
after she slapped him.
Yeah, so I'm saying like that could be a great build up. That could be a difference maker. That could be a complete difference maker right there. So maybe try it like that. But what's your thoughts on this, Christy? Do you?
I actually like it. And by the way, I like Beth Phoenix's hair. She looks like a badass. So I am looking forward to this. I know the whole thing with WrestleMania with Cena and Nikki didn't end well, but I'm willing to give this one a chance.
Well, it's Mess Around Dave and it's Sarge, and we're not, but we're also not. We're not too we don't pay attention to people's hair. That's like one thing that we don't do as men. We generally don't. We're not like, oh, that's a great head of hair right there. That's not really something that we pay attention to. So.
hey, we'll leave it that.
Hey, I don't either. I'm telling you, I don't either. So I don't pay attention to that. But all right,
I got a great head of hair, by the way.
So the one thing that I want to touch on, besides AJ Styles and the Omos scenario that's going on right now, I did recently hear that AJ Styles actually re-signed with the WWE for 3 to 5 years, a 3 to 5 year contract extension.
Awesome.
But it actually shocked me, though, and the reason it shocked me was because there was a lot of speculation going around that AJ Styles was going to retire after this current run, and
I heard this last run.
Yeah, exactly, and I know his contract was set to expire, I believe, like at the end of this year or something. And so everyone's like, oh, AJ Styles is going to retire, so they'll give him a final run. But then look what happens. He decides to re-sign an extension for 3 to 5 years. So,
Wow.
but, yeah. So now we can touch on the whole AJ Styles and Omos situation going on. Chris, you can start out with this. Do you like AJ Styles versus Omos?
I do. I think it's going to be an interesting feud that's going to happen. When they had their first match, I figured Omos was going to win just because he's really tall and all that. But I think it's going to be a good feud.
AJ Styles is going to be putting over Omos. I don't see how he could not. Christy, AJ Styles versus Omos. Do you like this?
I do, and it's interesting because Omos is really tall, but I don't know. Could work. It could work.
I think it will, but I think the one thing that people want to see with AJ Styles is they want to see AJ Styles in the title picture.
True.
I think it's going to eventually get there. I think it will.
Mm-hmm.
And so William Hudson is saying, really tall. He's enormous.
Yeah.
He
They don't
is,
call him
Well, I
Colossus
just want
for
to say
nothing.
he's gigantic, but
he's enormous.
He's
He
huge.
is.
He's so big he can walk over the ropes. I mean, that's
I can.
pretty big.
I want to see Brock versus Omos.
Brock would win easily.
Huh?
Brock would win easily.
Yeah, Dolly
I
said
think
you
he
pick
could.
him up and throw
I
him.
don't know about that.
Chris, okay, realistically, I will tell you, there's not too many men on the actual roster that could probably take out Brock?
Probably not.
Lashley.
Maybe,
Mm,
We'll
maybe.
figure that out soon. I mean,
maybe.
Well, no, Chris, we're talking about like a straight up. We're
Oh,
talking
yeah.
about like a straight up. If there was a fight, I don't think there's too many people who could actually
We're
take
saying
Brock.
if it wasn't scripted.
right.
Yeah, I don't think there's too many people that could actually take out Brock that's on
True.
this current roster.
Put him in the octagon. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, there you go. He was in UFC at one point, so yeah,
Yep.
he could literally kick someone's butt.
Sarge, AJ Style, Omos.
I have to go Omos. I just can't see. I don't know how AJ Styles will even win.
Well, he'll figure out a way because he's phenomenal.
He's phenomenal. So William Hudson. So
William
William
agrees with
Hudson
me.
saying he owns his own beanstalk, but he's also saying Lashley would kill Brock if it was unscripted.
Oh,
I don't know.
No, I don't think so.
I think you would.
No, I
Brock
think
has
it,
the titles.
I think it would be a lot closer. I think it would be a lot closer than what you might seem it is,
Mhm.
because Brock was a great cage fighter. He was. Lashley was too, but I think it would be pretty dang close.
Do you know who wasn't?
CM Punk.
Yeah.
CM
Jeez.
Punk.
CM Punk
Okay,
would
I'll
last
give you
2
that.
minutes.
I'll give you that.
All right, so mess around. Your thoughts on AJ Styles and Omos?
Well, it was an okay match. I didn't really care for it. But I will say this: they're going to run into the same problem that they did with Braun Strowman, with them talking about Omos. And I heard the reason they let go of Braun is because he couldn't find anybody that people would buy could actually beat Braun Strowman, so that's why they let him go. And I think they're going to run into that same problem with Omos.
Yeah, realistically, I think so. And yeah, so William Hudson's asking, did you ever see Lashley fight in Bellator? I did. I did see him fight in Bellator. He was really, really good. But Brock was really good in UFC, though, too. So I'm not saying that Lashley couldn't. I'm just saying that I don't think it would be like one of the things to where you could say it'd be hands down Lashley would win. I think it would be a lot closer than people think it would be. Because they're both very strong. They have a lot of power.
They do.
Get out of here, Isaiah. Get out of here. You sound like Randy. You sound like Dragon Viper.
Oh,
right now.
Isaiah, don't start saying that you want to fight Bobby Lashley. He would murder you, man.
Yes,
Sounds like Dragon
that's
Viper
it.
right now.
No,
Look-
Isaiah, no.
He would break you in
Look
half
up
like
Bobby
a twig.
Lashley. Look up Bobby
He would
Lashley.
break you in half like a twig, Isaiah. It wouldn't even be close.
Then
Look,
Good.
look
have
at
to see
Bobby
those
Lashley
crazy
Lashley
videos.
and Yoshi.
Gone.
So, mess around. I'm saying she sees your Dr. Pepper and she has one too. So, there you go.
Gotta have it.
All right, so we can head on over to SmackDown. We're running.
two bottles.
We're there. We are officially
There.
We are officially to SmackDown. As you saw the way that SmackDown started out, you had Reigns and Lesnar in the ring to start out with Advocate Paul Heyman.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is interesting because you have Brock who's saying, Heyman, I said, shut up. And then Heyman's like, you can't talk to Reigns like that. And then Reigns like, you can't talk to him like that. And then, Reigns ends up Superman punching Brock, but Brock's like, acknowledge me. This whole friggin' scenario was crazy. But by the way the scenario is playing out, I'm not sure who Paul's going to end up siding with. That's the thing that's getting me right now. That's the only thing that I'm like, how's this going to go? Mess around.
That is why I said what I said earlier when I said that Lashley's going to beat Lesnar for the title because Heyman's going to turn on and go back to Reigns. And then they're going to have this whole thing of Heyman. Yeah, so that's why I said that earlier. I think they're going to go with that.
It's going to be interesting. Sarge, where do you think Heyman's going to end up going?
I'm gonna go with he's gonna go with Brock Lesnar because no one can do the entrance like anybody can for Brock Lesnar like Paul Heyman. They're two peas in a pod. They've been together since day one pretty much, so I can't see them breaking them up. It's kind of like I'm trying to think right now. It's like the Undertaker, and I'm forget his name is
Paul
slipping my
Bear.
mind.
Paul Bear.
Paul Bear. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
kind of like that type of story.
So William Hudson saying, here's one we might all agree on. Lesnar would legit kill Reigns.
I agree. He was
Yeah.
no question in my mind about that. It's like Roman,
Yeah.
you're a dead man.
Oh yeah, legit. That's why.
I don't
And
want to see Lesnar, Paul Heyman with Lesnar because I like Lesnar talking more. He doesn't need a mouthpiece anymore.
Yeah.
no, he doesn't. He's fine on
No.
his own. He doesn't
Yeah.
need anybody. And it
Reigns
actually
is terrible on the mic. Reigns needs Heyman more than Lesnar does.
and it actually makes Lesnar look stronger by himself when he doesn't have Paul Heyman with him.
Yeah.
It makes him look better. But yes, I do agree with you, William Hudson, that Brock Lesnar would absolutely destroy Reigns in an unscripted match,
Yeah.
like flat out
Like an
destroy him.
MMA fight.
I loved it though when Brock was in the ring against Reigns and they get face to face, and Reigns is like, "Don't tell him to shut up," and Brock's like, "What are you gonna do about it?"
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
that was
What are you gonna do
good.
about it? Because you're not gonna get crap. So,
Yeah.
Christy, where is Paul Heyman gonna side?
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say nobody.
Nobody.
Nobody. He's just gonna be like, he's gonna look at both of them and be like, I can't take this anymore, and he's just gonna walk away.
Oh, he
That's
worked great for
It's a
Omos.
wild. It's a wild scenario, but that's
That
all
is-
I can imagine.
So Sarge, I do agree with you on that though. The one thing that I do agree with you on is when it comes to Paul Heyman needs to be with somebody who cannot talk on the mic, because I'll tell you what, one thing that Paul Heyman is awesome for, that dude is legit, like he's so good on the mic. Paul Heyman is freaking amazing on the mic.
Oh yeah, definitely. I have to agree with that one.
And so he does need to be with somebody maybe like Omos, who's not very good on the mic.
Yep.
Somebody who kind of Reigns can kind of take under his wing and say, "Here, I will mold you into something good." So Will Dragon Viper's not here. I don't know when he's coming back. But Crispy Bacon,
Yeah.
where's Paul Heyman gonna go?
Whoever wins both titles, I don't know. I'm just. But
Whoever
I
wins
think-
both titles.
Everyone's
I
both,
think,
wow.
I think it's gonna be Heyman, or I mean, man, I can't speak. I think it's gonna be Lesnar. Those two have been tied to the hip for a while, and
Mhm.
I can see that continuing on. I thought it was kind of fun. That whole promo was funny, but I thought at the beginning too, when he's like, Paul Heyman was starting his usual intro, and he's like, "I got this," and he started to do it, and I thought that was kind of interesting.
I gotta admit, Brock did it better than Heyman did.
Johnny Knoxville's going to win both titles when he
Yes.
wins the Rumble.
So-
yeah, no,
Which was actually going to be the next thing we were going to talk about
Nice segue, huh?
was the appearance. Yeah, it's a great segue because we were going to talk about the appearance of Johnny Knoxville. But let me tell you, that dude's looking old, man. He's got the gray
Yeah, he
hair
is.
going on.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
yeah.
Well, if you put your body through all that stuff, I mean, why was he a wrestler in the first place? I mean, like this is like
Oh,
nothing
no.
for him.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Why not
I
they
think-
put the title on that one dude? I can't remember his name. The
David
David
Arquette
Arquette?
in
Yeah.
WCW. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it was back in the
Yeah.
WCW days.
Yeah.
That is what killed the world heavyweight title right there.
That's what
in
killed
WCW.
WCW.
That killed it was when they put the title on David Arquette. That was
The straw
that-
broke the camel's back.
yeah, that was bad. But they're not gonna put the belt on Johnny Knoxville.
Oh, no.
They're not gonna do
Absolutely
that.
I just looked it up. Dude's only 50. He's not that old.
Johnny Knoxville's only 50. Well, I'll tell you what, he was looking old here. He had a bunch of gray hair going on.
Yeah, he's full
They're
head
doing
of
all
gray
that
hair.
jackass stuff
Crazy.
has really aged him, I guess.
But I did like that they paired him with Sami Zayn in this segment. There was nothing better than to get Sami Zayn in this segment.
Conspiracy!
I am the locker room leader. I'm the locker room leader. You have to show me. You show me that you belong here.
And then he throws him over the top rope, and they're like,
There you go.
"You has qualified for the Royal Rumble."
Right?
Oh.
I just thought it was awesome though because I'm the locker room leader. I didn't know anything about this. I did not okay this. I was like, that was-
now he's gonna run into Omos, and Omos is gonna pick him up like a rag doll and throw him out.
Pick him up by one side of his shirt and just go.
Yeah.
Or think back to the time when Drew Carey was at the Royal Rumble and he kind of ran into Kane and eliminated himself.
Right, he's gonna pick him up by his
I
head.
don't blame him. I was like, I wouldn't want to deal with Kane. I was like, forget it.
Yeah, because he got it. He got afraid.
Scared.
But I'll tell you, the thing with Sami Zayn is Sami Zayn before, like at the very beginning, I was like, I don't know, I don't like this guy. But Sami Zayn's really grown on me, and like
Yeah.
Sami Zayn is awesome.
he is like he's one of my favorites now.
Yep.
Sami Zayn with it's a conspiracy theory. I'm the locker room leader. Every
As the
time I
elder
lose,
statesman.
conspiracy, huh?
As the elder statesman of the locker room.
I love it. I love it. And what better way though than to put Johnny Knoxville in this promo with Sami Zayn? That was cool. That
You
was
couldn't
really
have
cool.
picked a better guy to put him with.
Oh, absolutely. But
Maybe
then,
R-Truth.
Logan
Maybe
Paul.
R-Truth would have been good too.
That would
That'd been great.
maybe
Royal Rumble was
except our truth would have been like my bad dog.
Right.
I messed up, my bad dog. I thought
Sorry.
you were somebody else.
You'd be
But-
like, you mean SummerSlam? You talk about SummerSlam? This ain't Royal Rumble. You talk about SummerSlam.
Okay, here's a thought though.
Uh-huh.
Would Johnny Knoxville win 24/7 title?
Potentially.
Yeah.
Who knows? Everybody else has.
Gronkowski's done it. And he's
Yeah,
not
Gronk did it.
wrestler.
Why not?
Everybody else has, so I don't see why Johnny Knoxville couldn't do it.
Because I mean, it could
He's
happen.
got to pin Dana Brooke first.
Yeah,
But
she'll be there. So
Mesra, what do you think about Johnny Knoxville being in the Royal Rumble?
I'm telling you, Omos is going to pick him up. You played one of those claw machines where the claw thing comes out. That's what it's going to be like for Omos. He's going to reach down like a claw, pick him up by his head, and lift him up, drop him over the top.
Dude, you need to keep it down. I'm
All
trying
right,
to sleep.
Sarge, how about you? What do you think about Johnny Knoxville being in the Royal Rumble?
I like it. I mean, always there's celebrities there, but like I kind of hope the whole Jackass crew does come out like in some way or another. Just get the whole crew and watch them just get demolished by
Yeah,
somebody.
hey, they could be there to help him out though.
that too.
Or they're gonna pick up Johnny Knoxville and Omos is gonna throw him over the top onto the whole crew.
And then they put him back in the ring.
They throw him back in the ring.
Like what the New Day does with Kofi Kingston every time he
Yes.
falls out. They're like, oh, whoa, no, whoa. There you go.
And he grabs a chair. He gets
Yeah,
back
he
onto
gra-
the ring.
It used to be John Morrison that used to do all that stuff, and then it went
Yeah.
to Kofi Kingston.
Yep. They have Naomi and
Yeah, Naomi on the
tightrope walking along the barricade, or she's using
Yeah.
a chair.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what she's done. So we did have, that transition from that. We did have Boogs who ended up defeating Sami Zayn, which Rick Boogs.
Boogs.
But yet again, when you think about it, think about Boogs who's kind of paired up with Shinsuke Nakamura at this point in time.
Yeah.
Think about that though. Like the last time the Intercontinental Championship was actually defended.
Yeah.
I think it was like WrestleMania.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been that long. You may not think it has until you go back and look, and it's been that long since that title has been defended.
I'm gonna look that up just to make sure, but that
I'm
seems to be. No, I hear you. I'm just, that seems
So-
kind of crazy though.
So Amy's talking about the Royal Rumble and saying, watch Johnny throw Sami Zayn over the top rope in the Royal Rumble.
That'd be
I
funny.
can see it only because it fits the conspiracy thing.
He'll be screaming, conspiracy!
Right? So speaking of that, because
conspiracy.
because next we have, to where Charlotte Flair made her way down and she talked about, the Royal Rumble, the opportunity. She
Right.
made her way down. She said that she will be in the match but a lot of surprises were thrown out there too. What I really like about it though is that WWE has opened that forbidden door.
Yeah.
They have opened that door, and they're going to allow the Knockout Champion and Mickie James to enter the Royal Rumble, and they're actually acknowledging her as a Knockouts Champion.
Yeah.
That's what I think is cool. That's what I like about it, is that they're
bad.
actually acknowledging that.
So
It's
I
what's
was
best for
looking in-
business.
and Shinsuke's been intercontinental champion
Mhm.
since August 13th.
Yeah.
And Apollo Crews was the last one where he won it at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the last time it was defended, I do believe.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you also have the Bella Twins who are going to be in this match too. You have the Hall of Famer Lita who's going to be in this match. You kind of have Michelle McCool, Kelly, Mickie James, Summer Rae. You know, all these names were kind of thrown out there that all these women wrestlers were going to be in this match. So, mess around. Do you like that they kind of announce this ahead of time, or do you like the element of surprise?
I like being surprised. You know, that's what the Rumble's all about. You watch it, you tune in to see who's going to come in that you didn't think was going to be there. And like, everybody knew Edge was going to be there when he came out, but it was still a big pop, and everybody was like, "Oh yeah, this is awesome." So I like the element of the surprise. And why Summer Rae? I didn't get it.
I don't get it either.
Well, I think they're trying to find the proper people. They have to find the women to put in this match, I think, and they might be having a difficult time finding the amount of women to put in this Royal
So instead
Rumble.
of bringing
So,
back people like Summer Rae, just pull people up from NXT.
No, just
Yeah,
stop
there's
releasing
several
people.
women you could pull up from NXT. You could do Indy Hartwell, Cora Jade.
but I think they're doing that with some of those though.
Okay.
I think they are. They're calling up. They are calling up some from NXT to put in the Rumble.
Right.
I didn't
Oh,
hear that.
Sheets is saying he or she, I don't know, it's a guy or girl, saying they want to see Paige
It's a
return
guy.
to Rumble.
It's Oishi. Yeah. So Oishi Sheets. Yes, I would love to see Paige make her return at the Rumble, but I don't think she's medically cleared yet.
Yeah, I was gonna say she needs to be medically cleared before she can come back.
We have seen crazier stuff though. Look at Edge. Look at Daniel Bryan.
Yep.
You know, you have those two people who technically never should have been back in the ring because they were told they would never wrestle again. And look at that, they're right back in the ring. So that's saying that Paige has some possibility at some point to where she might be able to get back in the ring.
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan had the same problem. He came back like you were saying. So
And Oe Sheets is saying that she's actually working on it right now.
what do you think of John Cena? You think he'll come back and be a surprise entry?
No.
No.
No,
No.
I can see it.
So
No.
I was looking at you know, the list, and there's no one from NXT.
There will be though. There will be. They always put people in NXT in those.
They've done it before.
Because they still don't have the whole 30 some odd field there yet. So they haven't announced every name. So they're going to keep some anonymous.
Probably surprise people.
I want to
think
see Hornswoggle.
Hornswoggle, yes. Hornswoggle.
Hornswoggle versus Omos. There we go.
I think I know what could happen though.
What?
Naomi's going to be pulled for Sonya Deville.
Oh,
So Sonya Deville, I believe, is already in the match.
I
yeah,
didn't hear
I think
her
she
name
is.
before.
I
Naomi
believe
is
she's already in it. Yeah,
They'll probably just focus on each other.
probably. You're gonna probably end up seeing that though too. So Sarge, do you like to see the element of surprise?
I love surprises. That like when it comes to Royal Rumble, I don't look up rumors or anything else because the Royal Rumble is supposed to be like Christmas, it's supposed to get that surprise and stuff, but internet ruins that sometimes. So
Yeah.
I'm with mess around on that one. I like the surprises, and I think Jillian Hall might be coming to the Royal Rumble as well.
Ooh.
That one surprised me. That would not surprise me at all.
Yeah.
I personally asked her, so I'm still waiting on a reply.
So I will tell you
Oh,
this
God.
about OE Sheets, right? So OE Sheets, who he's talking about, Paige. OE Sheets is probably the biggest Paige fan you will see. And so if there's any information you want about Paige, OE Sheets is the person to ask because he's going to know it. He knows so much about Paige, it's crazy. So, Christy, what do you like the element of surprise, or do you like how they already came out and said, these are the people that are entered in the match?
I prefer the element of surprise because I want to expect the unexpected.
But sometimes I think it's cool to know at least a little bit ahead of time.
A little bit,
who's
but
gonna be in it.
sometimes just being surprised, it's fun. You never anticipate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Michelle McCool's in the match. You think the Undertaker makes an appearance?
No.
No,
Maybe
I was,
commentary, but
Maybe.
I was kind of wondering. I was kind of wondering that too, because I was like, Michelle McCool, Undertaker. If she's there, he could be there too. Maybe not make a appearance in the match itself,
Probably just cheering her on.
but maybe come out and cut a promo at the Royal Rumble or something like that, and talk about his wife and be like, she's gonna make all these women wrestlers, rest in peace or whatever. I don't know.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. Who knows? But it could be a possibility that somewhere Undertaker will be there. I just hope that Kane makes an appearance in the Rumble match.
yeah, that'd be cool.
Didn't go against Omos? Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yes, please.
It'd be
Yes.
interesting.
And bring the pyro too.
yeah,
Fuck it.
the fire.
Bring the
yeah.
old Kane back.
Fire
There
and
we go.
stuff, yeah.
Right?
I wouldn't mind knowing who's going to be entered. I just don't want to know the order.
Yeah.
I don't mind knowing who's in it though. I want the surprise of who's number 1, number 2, number 3, so on and so
Yeah.
forth.
Well, that's normally
Well,
that's
they've done-
normally where your surprises are. Is who comes in 1, who comes in 2, who comes in 3.
Well, unless you're Raw or SmackDown, who decides to pull the first number on their show, they've done that.
Yeah, they've done it before, or they've had a match to where they go, okay, these two guys are wrestling each other, and whoever wins comes out number 1, whoever loses comes out number 30. They've done that before,
Right.
but I don't think they're gonna do that this time.
Cool.
So yet again, we had the Usos and the New Day.
That was
Again,
a good
for-
match.
New Day.
New Day.
New
Day
Day.
rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the New Day and the Usos. So the Usos ended up winning this. But again, we've seen this match a ton, though. The Usos and the New Day tend to happen over and over and over again. But that is because right now you don't really have those tag teams. However, I'll tell you, the tag team I wish that would come back is we don't set the bar. We are the bar.
We are the
I
bar.
would
Yes.
love to have Sheamus and Cesaro
Cesaro.
come back. Those guys as tag team were so good.
They
I
were.
would love to see them come back as a tag team.
Yeah. That'd be fun.
I wanted to see the Rollins and Kevin Owens tag team for him, but since Rollins is going to SmackDown, it's not going to happen now.
No.
Yeah, but he'll end up going
Rollins
back
is-
to Raw. He'll end up going back to Raw because he's not going to beat Reigns for the
Right.
title.
No.
Reigns probably isn't going to lose until Mania.
Probably.
That's what I'm thinking.
True.
And he'll lose to Lesnar. But
Yes, Brock Lesnar and
Acknowledge the beast.
acknowledge him. Acknowledge him, please.
Acknowledge me.
I love how he grabbed the ring steps and did that.
yeah, I know.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, he
he stood up there
grabbed
and
the ring steps,
"Acknowledge
brought him
me."
in, and then walked up. That was cool. But I kind of wanted to do something a little different tonight.
Ooh.
To make it kind of change it up a little bit and have a little bit of fun.
Yeah.
And I want to see, usually Dragon Viper's here and Dragon Viper's like, I want to do this, but since he's not here, I have to go with you guys. So I figured, you know what, tonight we're gonna do a little bit of Monday Night Raw trivia.
Ooh.
I know very little knowledge. I'm still catching up. So
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay.
It's always fun to throw it out there. So, Chris, I'll give you an easy one. Okay,
all right.
yours will be the easy one here. Your easy one is, which superstar has come to save us? Keep in mind,
Oh, I know this one.
this was an older one.
Oh,
Come on, Crispy, you got this.
Cena,
Huh?
John Cena.
Johnson.
I don't know.
Jericho.
I don't know.
It's Y2J. It's Chris Jericho.
Oh.
Which I will tell you one thing about
Raw
Chris Jericho.
is Jericho.
I know people, when it came to Chris Jericho, people talk about him now as like he's not great, but Chris Jericho is one of the greatest wrestlers of all time.
Yep.
He's definitely in my fave 5.
I put him
He's
top 5.
Oh yeah, he's definitely up there. He's in my fave 5. He has to be in my fave 5.
Anybody else know that besides me that it was Jericho?
Oh, everybody should have
I
known
forgot-
that was
I forgot
Jericho.
about Jericho.
How could you forget about Jericho?
I don't know.
All right,
I don't know.
Mr. Dave, how many years has Raw been on the air?
How many years have Rob been on here?
As of so let's say
I believe
well,
it debuted
hold on,
in
hold on.
92.
Oh, I know
hold
that.
on
I
hold
know
on a
that.
second. Hold on a second though. So let's say, because this one, so think back from the year it debuted until 2007. So up until 2007, how many years was Raw on from up to 2007?
Oh. I was gonna say I know collectively what it is.
15 years.
Bingo! He's got
Oh,
it.
really?
Yeah, he got it.
It's been on longer than that though.
he was using his phone.
He was using his
I
phone.
needed a calculator. I'm not good
So-
at math. I need
Yeah.
to hear.
I'm really curious.
It's been on longer than that though.
I'm not gonna ask you this question because this one's too easy, but I was looking at this and it said that 52.6% of people on this next question got it wrong, and these are supposed to be true wrestling fans.
So,
When
yeah,
I'm
I used
looking-
a calculator. I wasn't cheating. I didn't look it up.
And
Oh,
when I'm
okay.
looking at this question, I'm like, if you're a true wrestling fan, how could you miss this question? And it was, what does John Cena always say? So if you're a true wrestling fan, how could you miss that question?
Yeah.
I want to
You can't
know.
see me.
You can't see me.
You
New
can't
Day
see
Rock.
me.
Or-
I'll do the rock
Yeah,
and ditch.
it's
You can't see
here.
me.
All right, Sarge,
Pretty
your
devil.
question is, you get an easy question, sir, and you can't miss this one. There's no way you can miss this one. As a true wrestling fan, you can't. You can't. So, which of the following wrestlers has been wrestling the longest? So I'll give you 4 options. Is it Triple H? Is it Ric Flair? Is it HBK? Or is it Big Show?
I'm gonna go with Ric Flair on that one.
Woo!
Woo! Too
Got it.
easy, right? Too easy. Too easy. I told you it was going to be an easy one. All right. Christy,
Okay,
John Cena and HBK have not been a tag team before. Is that true or false?
that's true.
It's
False.
that's false.
It's
False.
true. They were tag team champions together.
Yeah.
It is false. They were.
Then,
I
was
missed.
it
Oh
like
god,
HBK,
I
like,
missed the entire
turned on
Attitude
Cena?
Era and all that. So
Yeah, HBK turned on Cena like at a Royal Rumble, I believe, or something like that.
Yeah, I do believe it was back then. Yeah. So
Okay.
that's actually one of those those trick ones that
yeah,
that it really depends on when you started following wrestling.
yeah,
Because people may not have caught that, but
yeah.
it is true. They were actually tag team champs at one point. And I do believe you're right, though. I believe it was Cena who turned on Shawn Michaels.
No, it was
Yeah.
Shawn Michaels because
Are you sure?
Michaels.
I thought it
yeah,
was.
Cena had the championship, then they won the tag team titles. Then it was actually on a Raw. There was a battle royal for the tag team titles. Then Shawn Michaels super kicked Cena over the ropes.
It's a super kick party.
Sweet chin music, baby.
Okay, that makes sense. All right, here you go, Crispy Bacon, and I know you can't miss this one. Which superstar is from Italy? Is it Goldberg? Is it Santino Marella? Is it Carlito? Is it Y2J, or is it Triple H?
Come on, you got this.
I know you got this, man.
If you
I
get
know
this
you
wrong,
got
I'm
it.
pulling your WWE fan card.
Can you read the options one more time?
Yeah, it's Goldberg, Santino Marella, Carlito, Y2J, or Triple H.
Come on.
Santino Marella.
Yes.
Yes, you got it, because he had one of the best like debuts ever when they act like he was like a member of the crowd. They pulled him out and brought him in the ring, and he faced Umaga.
Right?
Yeah, he faced Umaga, and that's when Lashley like came down and speared Umaga, and then took Santino and threw him on top of Umaga. And Santino won the Intercontinental title on that day.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's almost as close when the 1, 2, 3 could beat Razor Ramon back in the day.
Oh yeah, right. All right, mess around. Which superstar won the Raw Chamber match at No Way Out? Was it Jeff Hardy, JBL, HBK, Y2J, or was it Triple H?
Oh my God, this might have been when I stopped watching wrestling for a minute. What year was that?
07.
Yeah, I was out of the picture then. So I'm gonna have to guess and say it was Triple H.
And you would be right.
Yep.
you got it right. You got it right. And I'm guessing that was just a flat out guess. You had no idea.
I had no idea. Seriously, I quit watching wrestling for a few years there until I started working at Walmart, and that was, I believe, when you and I started becoming friends.
Yeah, it was. And then we started talking, and you're like, "Oh, you watch wrestling too?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do." And then
Yeah.
And then the bromance started.
That's right.
Yeah. All right. Sarge, let's see, we already did that one. Oh, we can't do that one. That's too easy. Who has Motorhead sing their song?
Oh, come on, you got this.
Oh, it's Triple H.
Easy.
Play the game.
Glad that he passed away.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, we'll do one more round after this. So, Christy,
Yeah.
which superstar said that Randy has been the first champion to lose his way into WrestleMania? You got this. I know you got it.
Triple H.
No,
I knew it. Knew it wasn't him.
I
Can you
think mess
repeat the
around want to
question
say
one more
something.
time? Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
Dave.
I'm not sure. I'm going to take a shot in the dark here. I'm going to say it was a Miz.
No, it was not.
Ooh.
I think I know.
Okay, go ahead.
Kofi.
No, not Kofi.
Batista.
No, the correct answer was actually John Cena.
Oh.
Ooh. Yikes.
Right,
Boy, we
that
all
one.
suck.
Yeah, it's,
Well, I would.
think of it.
Yeah, that one wasn't.
That might have been when I quit watching wrestling too. So
Probably.
Well, you got to think like most of these questions that were there, they were a little older and stuff like that. But so your final round, I kind of upped the ante just a little bit, just kind of make it maybe make it a little bit more difficult. Chris is like, "Gosh, dang it! Why do you have to
No,
do
I'm not
this?"
thinking that. I don't mind.
But do. All right, let me see here. I'm trying to find one for Chris that maybe since he's so new, I'm like maybe.
I'm slowly catching up. But
All right, Who was not one of the original commentators on Raw?
I know this one.
And
Vince
Chris,
McMahon?
Chris,
Vince
your
McMahon?
your options come down between Vince McMahon, Randy Savage, Rod Bartlett, and Bobby Heenan, who was not one of the original ones.
Randy Savage.
That is not correct.
Ooh,
Anybody else?
Bobby
I
the
think-
Brain Heenan.
Yeah, you got it. Bobby
Oh!
Heenan.
I
You
got
got
a
it.
total shot in the dark there.
Bobby the Brain.
All right. This is the last round. So mess around. This is your final question for you. Who won the very first match in Raw history?
Gosh. I just watched this like a couple months back and it slips my mind.
So was it your four choices? I'll give you four choices. You have Owen
Right.
Hart, you have Yokozuna, you have The Undertaker, or Doink the Clown.
Join the club.
Going to clown, that name always gets me.
I know you like it, huh?
I love Doink the Clown. He's so funny.
Doink
Don't ask Preston Steele about that guy.
right?
I'm going to say I'm going to go with Owen Hart.
And that is not correct.
Let me guess, it's Doink the Clown.
It
No.
was Doink, wasn't it?
No, the correct answer is actually Yokozuna.
I was going to say that and I second guessed myself.
Oh my goodness.
All right. Sarge, your question. In which year did Raw go from being 1 hour long to 2 hours long?
You get some choices?
I'm going to say 95.
And that was not the correct answer.
I'm going 2010.
97.
2010. What?
I don't know.
97.
Yes, that is right. It's 1997.
No, that's 4.
All right. Christy's final question, and then that's the end of it, and then that's the show. So your final question. Who became the first wrestler to win the WWF Championship on an episode of Raw?
Oh boy.
Vroom, vroom.
Oh my god. Do I have any options?
Oh, you want options?
I'd like to know.
All right. So your choices are Shawn Michaels, Psycho Sid, Bret Hart, or The Undertaker.
I'm gonna go the Hitman Bret Hart.
And no, that is not correct.
Sid.
Damn it.
Huh?
Sid.
That is right. The
Ah,
correct answer was
no
Psycho
wonder.
Sid. So today your trivia champion and the man who simply could not be stopped. He was unstoppable tonight. He was Confuego. We call
Acknowledge me.
him Mr.
Acknowledge
Messer.
me.
So anyways,
Fuego.
we're gonna go around the room one more time, and everybody kind of gets to say their final thoughts here. So, Crispy Bacon, final
thanks.
thoughts.
Yeah, thanks to everyone for watching, tuning in, commenting, like the interaction. So, make sure to watch Coast to Coast. We got great shows coming up and crazy playoff weekend coming up. So,
Oh yeah.
All right, mess around, Dave. Any final thoughts?
Yeah, I'm sorry I couldn't be here to join the show. I couldn't take my eyes off that game tonight, and I didn't think it'd be fair to pop on while it was on because I would have been looking like this the whole time at my TV instead of down here. But anyway, I'm glad I made it in time to catch the rest of the show.
Yep, you're good. All right, Sarge.
I just want to say thanks. I enjoyed all the comments and everything else, and I'm promoting RK Bro right there.
Yeah.
So that's
Nice.
right. So thank you for everyone.
And then, of course, Christy Wilson.
And just thank you for letting me be a part of the show. It's just been a blast, and I always have fun when I'm a part of stuff like this.
No problem. And then, of course, we want to thank all of our viewers for watching us. We could simply not do this without you. We cannot do this without any of you. So, of course, thank you for watching. And then next week, you can catch us for another episode of Between the Ropes. With that, everybody have a fantastic night, and we will see you later.
Later.